everyone. It's us once again. You know who we are. We are the
Jgirls.
So today we have another exciting broadcast. And what's our broadcast? Don't tell them. Okay, come back. When you come back, you know about our broadcast. See you soon. Okay, back. What are we talking about today? We've been talking about the house rules, girls, and we've finished about the house rules, and we came up with the idea of getting to know your house rules. And we have a special guest today, and so she's going to tell us about herself, and I won't say anything. Okay, our special guest is coming on. She's a very beloved friend of ours, and her name is, can you tell us your name, please?
Hello, everyone. My name is Lanle Tonye.
Right. So our special guest is Lanle Tonye, and we have a couple of questions to find out about her and the house rule. Little J, can you ask the first question?
The first question is, tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Little J. Well, as I've said earlier, my name is Lanle Tonye. I am a practicing nurse, and I have a family. I live in Aberdeen. And what else do you want me to say? I think that's about it. So I'll tell you my height and my weight, and you already know the color of my hair.
Where from? Where are you from?
Original.
Oh, I am from Nigeria. I'm from Lagos State in Nigeria.
Ooh,
Do you know where that is? Yeah.
That is probably Lagos.
Yeah, she just said Lagos.
Lagos.
What's on this one?
Here.
You didn't hear. Okay, she's from Lagos State, and so when did you? What brought you to Scotland? Tell us about Scotland and how your journey had been.
So I moved to Scotland in the year 2008 with my son. He was just a little bit over 2 years then. We came to join Daddy.
Oh, yeah, Daddy. So you've been in Aberdeen. You've been in Aberdeen all along.
All along, yes.
Oh my God, I'm a traveler. I've been everywhere. I've been traveling to different places. Do you have any other questions so that she can tell you about herself? You don't want to know about her children? You don't want to know about her family? How many children do you have?
I've got a boy and 2 girls.
That was the famous boy that traveled all the way from Africa to Scotland.
Cross the sea.
And for these ones that never traveled 6,000 miles to the UK, so where did she travel to? Guys, see that? Jamie was in Aberdeen, not in Africa. But her own son traveled all the way from Africa to Scotland.
He flew down here over the seas and over the land.
Tried that before? Come on. Okay. All right. We're talking about her, and we'll continue to ask our special guest the house rules.
So what are the house rules you grew up with?
The house rules I grew up with in Africa. You don't want to know, do you? Okay. They're very interesting. Number 1, everybody around you must kneel down to greet so long they are older than you by a month. That is how strict my family. Yeah. So my mom comes from a royal family, and you just have to abide by those rules. So in the family, no matter what the age gap is, you just have to kneel down and say, yes, this is my senior brother. You don't call each other by name, like Little J calling Big JJ. No. You say auntie. Here you don't say you be like auntie. No, she's not your aunt. No, but my siblings call me they call me Sistami. So the Sistami is the big sister. They dare not call me by my first name. I mean, we were all reluctant, but because it's a house rule, there was nothing we could do about it, Else you get real, yeah. You're already telling Little J.
You said you have to be calling me Sister Me. That's what she said. She said you have to be. That's what she's tapping her head. That's it. Okay.
So our neighbors, the neighbors, my nieces now, my nephews, they call me Stammy, and it's a name now. Some people don't even know my name, my actual name. They just Sammy, yeah. So that's one of the rules I grew up with. The other rule I grew up with is every weekend we must clean the house, like from every nook to every cranny. It's not like you don't ask questions. You wake up on Saturday morning, you know what you're doing. You're doing the laundry and you're washing with your hands, so not the washing machine. So you're washing with your hands and then you're cleaning the house. That is what I grew up with. During the week before I went to school, I will always sweep with broomstick. Yeah.
So every day before you go to school, you sweep the house.
Yes, I have to sweep the living room, and you dare not make a mess. And before you go to bed at night, you have to clean the kitchen so that you wake up in the morning, you meet a clean kitchen, says hello to you in the morning. Sorry. But it's just the truth. So as for that, I've already mentioned respect, and then you must always be honest. Is it honest you call it, or honest? The British people.
Honest.
In Nigeria, I was like, honest. In Nigeria, I was like, honest. So you have to be truthful at all times. We're not encouraged to tell lies. We're encouraged to love people around us, to help people. You get, like, I've seen my parents like leave their own burdens, helping other people. And yeah, and also we told the path of Christianity. So going to church every Sunday helped to inculcate all these morals into us, like telling the truth, loving people, helping people, and sacrificing. Yes, that's the way I grew up. Yeah.
For my current family, one of the things that I did was to establish house rules, which I've used. And coming to think of you and how that you have grown up with your own house rules as a child growing up in Lagos, how has those house rules, how have they influenced your life currently as an adult?
For those house rules, I don't think I'll be this resilient. Like working really hard, helping people, like being disciplined. Being disciplined, knowing when to play, like having protected time. When it's time to study, it's time to study. When it's time to play, it's time to play. When it's time to sleep, it is time to sleep. But not that I will put I'll put play first before work. No, work first before play. So I try to accomplish, I have to sleep, but I make sure that I try to accomplish my assignments. For your information, we keep studying. I still have assignments from work. So I make sure that I finish my assignments before I watch Netflix, or before I watch YouTube, or before I pick up my phone, to chat with my friends. Yeah. And that's just the way.
Tell me about it. When I tell them that growing up we have learned to burn candles at two ends, they don't understand what that, because they have to learn how. Yeah, you have to learn how to do. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry. That candle, I actually literally almost burned down my house with a candle because I was reading I was burning the candle into the middle of the night reading, and I slept off, and my pillow caught fire. So it's my father my dad came to put out the fire.
One of the things that they don't understand, that growing up in Africa, sometimes for those that came from less privileged family, they go and hawk, they go and sell, they will come back and do the homework and sit down with you candles. Some people have lanterns, sit down with lanterns till very late, and then they wake up 5 a.m., carry buckets, go to the stream or go to the well. For somebody like me, during dry season, when there's no water in our borehole, I have to go carry jerrycan and go and look for water, and then come back and still do housework. And then you're wondering, as far as you've been asking for any house that has water, you're knocking houses and begging for. You've been knocking houses and begging, please Look at they don't get the joke. They don't get.
You walk very far. I say very far.
That is what built the resilience. That is what helped us to understand the perspective of life, because that helped blend sharing. If we talk about community, living as a community, that helps us to learn the act of sharing. Because when your neighbor gave you a bucket of water, they have taught you to act of sharing. The next time when you have water, go speak to your neighbors. Right?
It's just the way it is. Because when you get to the office, for instance, when you work in an office setting or wherever you work, you will always need the help of others. There's no way you will know it all. So you always need people, to come and help you. Maybe there's an assignment that you need to like submit on time, or can you help me? Even if you're dealing with patients, you still need people to come and you need fresh eyes to come and see, oh, am I doing the right thing? You get. So you must learn to like blend in any community you are. Thank you.
Yeah, teamwork, right? Okay, so we'll go to the next question. Little J, can you ask Auntie Lanle the next question?
The next question is, what rules do you use at home?
Currently, that's a $1 million question, man, girl. It's a very tough question, because coming from an African background and coming here, an African woman will always shout, and like, even if your voice is very subtle, very soft and everything, the children of this generation, they always go, "Mommy, you're shouting. Oh my God, you're shouting." And I'm like, I'm not even shouting. If I'm shouting, you'll run away.
DJ, do I hear that from out? You said too much.
Okay, so back to your question. It's just a nurse, really. But back to your question, what I try to do, I try not to like do the reward system, use the reward system. You do something and then you get rewarded. I try so much, to stay away from that. But I try to inculcate into the kids to say, something like, if you're grateful, you always, and that's a standard rule anyway. If you're grateful for whatever you get, you always get more. You get, not like somebody gives you ask for a dress and then you get a t-shirt and then you're like, oh, is it a t-shirt I'm going to get? You don't even know if the dress has been kept somewhere and you're just waiting for your reaction to say thank you. So I think it's both ways. They've taught me and I've taught them. They've taught me rather, and I've taught them, and we're using these rules for each other. So the kids versus the parents. So no shouting. One, do as I say and as I do. You get, not just do as I say. So you do as I do. So we try to, like, as parents, trying to lay examples and then they following suit. And then another thing, trying their hands on new things, learning to say please and thank you, cleaning after themselves. It's really hard, but those are the rules in the house. Clean after yourself. There's no maid in UK. The only maid in UK, you have to pay so much. In Nigeria, you can do anything. Back home, we have maids. We have families and friends that will always come around to help us. But here, there's nobody. You're your own maid, you're your own cook, you're your own cleaner, Of course, you can employ, you can get the services of such, you can get such services. But those prices are not smiling at all. They are expensive. I will tell you that one for sure. So you don't want to be working and then paying someone else to do what you can actually do yourself. So those are some of the rules that we use in the house. And then we try to, tell them to speak positive words, affirmations, not to see themselves in a negative light. Like, the world will always come with, negative thoughts, negative speech and all the stuff. No, whatever the world thinks is not what you are. So that's another rule. So whenever they come, oh, somebody said this, do you think that's what you are? No, you're not. So these are part of the rules. Yeah.
That is lovely. Thank you. Did you learn anything new from that we've not been doing? We can add to our house rules.
Do as I say.
Yeah. Wait.
I that in the house rule.
Okay, we don't have that as house rule, but we do it now. Don't you do what I do? And what is wrong with you? Don't.
I
Okay.
do what Jeremy does.
Okay, so what other thing? Do as I do. What else did you learn from Auntie? Clean after yourself, right? Although it's not on the board, but that's part of the house rules. What else? Affirmative words.
Oh yeah.
Affirmative words. So do as I do, clean after yourself, affirmative word. Great. Okay, good. So let's see what our next question is to the girls. Yeah, to Auntie.
So what inspires you to keep going?
If you dare me, that's one inspiration.
Wow. Seriously?
Yes, if you tell me, all you need to say is, I know you won't finish that homework. Honestly, I'll finish the homework before you know it.
Wow, I like that. I like that.
The other thing is having mentors as well helps me. It really keeps me going. Like in nursing, I have my mentors. In the music industry, I have mentors, and I look up to them, and I set a goal. Setting a goal as well. It helps when you have a target, when you have a goal, not just the goal that, mommy wants me to wash these dishes. No, I want a clean kitchen. You get? If that is your goal, honestly, you won't wait for mommy to say, you need to clean the kitchen. No. You just wake up and you just tidy up everywhere. And mommy comes and mommy says, wow, well done. How does that feel? Yeah, so those are the things.
Talk. Yeah, just let me talk.
So when I have goals, when I have tasks to accomplish, I make sure that I set goals. I look at what my mentors are doing, and then I give myself a time frame to achieve my goals. And I pray, and I get things done.
Okay, I'll tell you that Auntie Lanle is one person that once she sets her mind on something, oh my goodness, she's like fireballs. Sometimes when I see her post on Facebook, I'm just like, oh God, when am I going to be like this lady? But anyway, I'm out there. I'm going to tell you. You know, when she started singing, she's really her first single last year, and then we're just looking. She's done that. Before you knew it, the next one came out in Christmas. Before you knew it, another one just came out last week or this week. I'm just like, oh my God, nothing is stopping this lady. That's mental. I need to connect both of you. We take some fire from her. Okay, thank you. You inspired me, and that's why we invited you to inspire the girls too. Because
thank you.
This girl, So because the truth is, we need adults like you in the community to point the right path to the kids, to say, look, you have to set the goal yourself, because if I tell them, I've been telling them that, maybe it never made any meaning to them, but you coming out to say, this is what I also do, will make a difference. And that's the reason why we have this platform, to be able to tell kids, if your parents are saying this, we are also echoing it out. Have the inspiration yourself, be your own go-getter, be your own yardstick, because you are the one that will set the yardstick, you're the one that will set the goal setting by yourself. If you wait for someone to do it, you miss it, because there are many distractors in life. There are many things that are going to stop you. Tell me, if you ask the kids to do homework, before you know it, they're on YouTube. It's because they have not set a goal to say, this is what I'm going to finish before go something. And growing up, that was what we learned. That was the rules we grew up with. Finish one thing before you jump to another.
That's right.
And we are singing from the same hymn sheets, girl. And I'm happy that you're listening, so that you would know from now on. Auntie said it, mommy is saying it. It's an inspiration. I need to set my goals myself. I need to have a mentor, somebody I'm looking up to say, oh, this person is a doctor, and this is the path he achieved that, and I'm going to follow that path to be a doctor. This person is a musician. This is what she did. I'm going to follow that person. Because sometimes there's a Yoruba proverb that says, the horses behind, look at the horses in front to ride. Don't I say that proverb? So, Eshi, Eshi and Ima Weshi Waju. You know, that's the way they. I don't know.
Let me help your mom here. Eshiwaju niteyinwo sare.
Thank you. That's the way it sounds. And so that's it, because that's what mentors have. That's what older people are. That's what Auntie is doing for you today. And that's what I've been doing for you and for all the kids, to know that these people have succeeded. I've gotten a point in their life. I've failed somewhere. I've done something wrong. And I don't want to repeat the same thing. So I'm learning from them so I can be better off than where they made a mistake from, or better off from where they achieved from. I tell them, I said they should be aiming to be 10 times better than me.
That's right.
Because that's the thing. Because I'm much more better than where my parents are, and they should be aiming higher, not aiming down. And that's because you have to learn to set the goals yourself, right? And it starts from the house rule, setting that goal. And you've seen Auntie, as you've seen me, and that's the way it should be. And kids at home, we are telling you the same thing. That is the way it should be. Setting goals for your life, setting the rules. The rules are not there to punish you. The rules are just there to give you the bounds to operate well, to have a fulfilled life. Nobody lived with rules and failed in life. Tell me about it. I don't think there's anybody that had a rule to achieve something and failed and say, okay, it's because I said this rule to achieve it, that's why I failed. If you find that person, let me know. I will turn back. I'll reverse everything I'm saying. I'll put out this video. Anyway, so let's quick on. So tell us about your hero.
Oh, my hero. I won't be too spiritual here, but I'll just say Jesus, and I'll say my dad is my hero. Yeah.
Ooh, tell us about your dad.
Oh. My dad has so many virtues that have actually helped me in life, and I know my mom too, she has her own virtues, but more often than not I see myself exhibiting the things, the virtues, the rules, the house rules that my dad had already inculcated in me. For instance, if you're eating on the table, you dare not clink your plates with your spoons, or you're chewing and your mouth is doing pacha pacha. Oh my goodness, it's gonna give you into trouble. That's just one of them, as in, and he's somebody that's, ever since I've known myself, he's always the first person to wish me happy birthday on my birthdays. He literally, there's nothing I asked him that he won't be like, oh, give to me. My last birthday, but that actually, he actually played, he's in Nigeria, but he actually, you can imagine the expenses. He literally played music for almost an hour, and I kept cutting the phone because I thought he just mistakenly dialed me, and no, later he just said, why are you cutting the phone off? I'm calling you so that we can rejoice together. I'm happy today's your birthday. Yeah, so that's the kind of person he is. He's the kind of person that sacrifices a lot. My dad might be eating, and then someone would just come into the house and say, of course, then there was no phone. We didn't have phone. We didn't have a landline. But anybody can just come. He has a nickname. I won't say, but it will just come. Please, can you help? The next thing, he's already wearing his clothes, wearing shoes. Okay, I'll be right back. That's the kind of person my dad is. And in growing up, I've never heard my dad speak ill of people. Which is one of the things that I'm like, why did you paint the world so sweet? You make us feel that the world is so sweet. There is no evil person there.
Can you tell why you're laughing? Why do you look at me and laugh?
Because he looks at you.
Because I'm always upset whenever they come to gossip about someone, and I'll just say, what is your business? That kind of thing. So
it gives a lot of peace of mind. It gives a lot of peace of mind, honestly. So long it doesn't, just make sure it doesn't affect you.
All right. So that's Auntie's hero. Her hero is her dad. Apart from Jesus, she has spoke about. Her dad is a hero, and we really want to thank you for following the steps and seeing him as a lovable person, a caring person, a sacrificing person, a positive person, and there is nothing to look up to other than seeing those positive things in your hero and aiming to do the same thing. And sometimes we fail to achieve the same bar, but we keep trying because none of us is perfect, because we are working towards perfection, but none of us is there yet. And so, Little J.
The next one is, what advice do you have for the kids?
What advice do you have for kids?
Oh, well, if you ask me what advice do I have for the kids, number one advice is enjoy your kidful age. When you don't have to think. Excuse me. Okay, let me take that again. One advice I have for kids is enjoy, this period of your life. You don't have to think about bills. All you have to, your parents are paying for you. They're paying for your accommodation. They're clothing you. They're feeding you. So please enjoy every moment. Make yourself happy. Make your parents happy. Do the things they tell you to do. Your parents have gone miles ahead of you in life. Try and listen to them. You might know the in thing right now. You might know the current thing, the reigning thing. You might be able to use the computer more than your parents. But honestly, there are some things your parents have in them that you cannot buy anywhere on the shop, on the shop rack. No, they're not there. So please listen to them. When they say it's time for you to study, try and study. It's time for you to nap, try and nap. Because they know a little bit better. Just a little bit. I know you see them like, oh, what do they know? No. But yes, they do know something. Just a little bit. Just try them. Trust them. Okay? And then when it's time for you to not disengage like that. When it's time for you, to leave the house, you will remember those things. You will remember, because nobody will be there to nudge you to make it in life. Yes, your parents, if they are the praying type, they'll pray for you, but they won't be there to nudge you that, oh, have you eaten today? Have you had your meal? Have you washed your clothes? Have you laid your bed? Have you done your assignments? They won't be there. Oh, it's you and yourself and you. So try as much as possible to enjoy the period. Try to enjoy the period, enjoy yourselves. And honestly, my own principle is, if you've done your chores, if you've done your homework, you've done your assignments, why can't you play? You can't play. But when you now want to play first before those things, no, you get. So try that, and you will see your parents. Not only will they give you me time, to have your me time on your gadgets, but they will always give you gifts. Many gifts. Your parents will just go to the shop and be like, oh, I think Little J will like this because she's been a very good girl. And then, I think this will be good for Big J. But when you've stressed your parents, I don't know about that one. So that's my advice.
All right, Big J, what did you take from Auntie's advice? Listen to your parents. What else? Speak loud.
Trust them.
Trust them. You need to speak loud. Okay. What else?
Be good children.
Pay attention to what you know when you're young, and it will help you when you're older.
Pay attention to what you know when you're young. It will help you when you're older. Set your goals. Set your point right. Do the right thing at the right time. That's what I'm gathering. Always do the right thing. Do the right thing at the right time. Pay attention, set your goals, and rules are not meant to punish you. I think we kind of emphasize. You agree with me? Rules are not here to punish you. House rules are not there. School rules are not there to punish you. They are actually meant to make you a better person. That's right. I always use this analogy. I say adults are like dry fish. Those smoked dry fish. That's the way. That's crayfish or dry fish. That's the way adults are. It's once you want to straighten them, they break, they crack. Right. But as a child, it's easier for you to mold your life in such a way that you grow up to be better, effective adults.
That's right.
kids.
That's why reading with Joan is for kids. That's why reading Couch Chat is for kids, because we are trying to see how we can give kids more positive inspiration, influence, so that it will help them to mold their lives into better adults. And I know that there are some kids out there that don't really have those positive influences or positive people around them. We advise and we beg you, stay tuned to us every time. There is always one thing that you're taking away. For my girls, they might have been hearing me banging this drum over and over again. And I thank you, Auntie has come to bang the drum and added to it more and more. because she said you added more rhythm. You see, that's it. You see?
Thank you.
So that is why we are here, to make sure that we build children to be better adults in the future. To be honest, just like Auntie and I know, and you know, the world we live now is a world that lacks morals. Is a world that is just doing anything, and children seems to have no boundaries. Children seems to do what they like. The truth is, once you have children that know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, it's an effective family, it's an effective classroom. Ask a teacher, if you look for students that can do everything and children that disrupt in class, Big J, which one does the teacher prefer? And then the other ones in the class say, why does the teacher like that person? Why does just sit down and look at that person? What are they doing positively that is attracting the teachers to them? And that is the way that's the way you should always look at people. Just like Auntie's dad, look at the positive in people. Although Auntie has said your dad colored the word sweet. Me, I colored the word bittersweet in front of them. No. People are nice all the time, but at the same time, when you meet,
it was as bad as you always tell me, Lowo, spend your money is for spending.
So there was not even like an attitude to save, that's another thing. An attitude to save, an attitude to keep it, The girls brought Easter egg from church, and on Sunday it was all about chocolate. And before you know it, I asked myself, why do you have to finish everything today? And she said, today is Easter.
High five.
In my head, I was trying to ration out the idea of why do you have to finish everything? Can't you keep some? That was the way we grew up. We grew up with the idea of keeping and saving. You don't have to finish everything.
No, me.
But the kids nowadays is instant, now or never, and they will blow up if you don't get it. Let me take a breath. Any other comments? You guys are not talking. Did you any other comments? No, they are just sinking it in. All right, so let's go to the. I think that's the end of our slides. Do you have any advice for the kids? So Auntie, we want to say thank you so much. Before I leave my closing remarks, Little J, what do you have to tell Auntie?
Okay, Tara.
You don't know what to say. Say something.
Remember we said something about grateful?
Yeah. You have a lot of inspirational words to give me every day. You need to look at the camera. Jed, why are you shy today, Magbamio?
Please don't force her, Daria.
Big, what do you want to tell us?
Thank you for coming over to the show without chat.
You're welcome.
So what are you going to do with the things Auntie talk? Okay, what told you?
It's useful advice, especially for when I'm growing up, and I might forget what mom told me. The advice he gave today, and I can remember the next one downstairs.
Okay, so we want to say thank you so much for joining us today on our Couch Chat, and we've learned incredible stuff from you today. You've inspired us, and we have also inspire the kids out there as we take together, we work together and inspire the kids around us to be better adults, better than us, because that's my inspiration, that the kids will always be better than me. The things I failed at, the things I didn't do well, I don't aim the kids to repeat the same thing. And that's why we have this program. I hope adults out there that as you're watching, you're also an inspiration to the kids around you. Kids are meant to be raised, like we say in Africa, by the community, not just by parents. So we should always remember that we should be an example to the kids around us, because we are the community they are watching. If a kid is surrounded by thieves, that kid is 99% positively a thief until they have somebody that tells them differently, or if they have a different conscience from the people around them. The people around you always influence you. And so we want to say thank you so much, and thank you for the advice. We appreciate you. And for everyone, until next time, once again, when we'll come back on another edition of Reading with Jgirls Couch Chat. Bye-bye. Bye. Ciao.
Bye.